Is this the right place for the Petco audition?
Don't worry. You're where you need to be. Please, take a seat.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Screening. You have this interrogation room, it's dimly lit, you know, the mood is set right away. He thinks he's here for this audition, quickly turns into quite the opposite. And I think it's hilarious that he's being interrogated by a 4-year consideration screener, being in his possession by a SAG officer. Because, you know, we all have those screeners in possession and we see the warning labels and we think like, okay, like, what are you going to do about it? Like, it's not like any of us are selling them in a back alley, but none of us actually destroy those screeners. We use them and watch them later on. And when we have someone come over and it's just like, oh, do you want to watch this movie? But all of this intensity in this definitely, and how serious everyone is, definitely makes this funny. And then we have all this buildup of intensity only for the result of him in the end. You know, he's thinking, I'm going to SAG jail, you know, I'm gonna be put to death. And you know, the comedy really hits to the end when he realizes he has nothing to worry about. He just has to not participate for 1 year. And it kind of reminded me a little bit of the Will Smith thing. It's like, okay, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? He slapped him, and it's like, oh, so he can't come to the Oscars? Okay. But he's still probably gonna get nominated. Okay. Like, you know, it's like, what's the big deal? But I do love that he has to follow these SAG rules. So he has to be paid a certain rate. He has to probably be fed and all these things. And then the last line, when are the callbacks? Hilarious.
Okay, so this is regarding the short comedy, The Screening. This is really funny. Such a creative idea. Anybody who's an actor in the business can totally relate to this. It was funny because I was like, where is this going? What is this poor guy going through this for? And I just thought it was hilarious because he went, you know, the guy with the long hair went through this whole thing with this guy, and then the audition took like 2 minutes, which I thought was hilarious. Because it's like, really, you know, the auditions like that are very quick, and the fact that he put this guy through the ringer and about the screeners and all of that, it was really funny. And I just thought this was a great idea, good script, good acting, good pace. And all this was done, you know, in just one location with 2 people. So I thought it was really well done, great camera shots and all of that. So good job, you guys.
This film is called The Screening. I just love this short. As an actor, I really appreciate this one. An actor shows up for an audition and gets grilled about not getting rid of his screener films. The actors were both awesome. I really like the contrasting characters. The auditionee was subtle and yet effective in his delivery, and the auditioner was both dominant and passionate in an unhinged way. And the clever writing and pace really worked for these two. Lots of amusing quips about unions and rules. I thought the simple setting of the 2 chairs with the light above was perfect for this Inquisition film. Funny end notes regarding screeners. Well done.
The Screening is very entertaining and like humorous and like, you know, nice twist concept as well. I think both actors did a very good job, like the quick back and forth and all of that. So I think it is very entertaining and very well done. And yeah.
The Screening. I liked this comedy. The premise of the actor going on the audition to find out he was being confronted, that was clever. And there was a lot of tension build up. I was really wondering where this was going to go, but it really picked up when the screener brought out the box of DVDs from the fellow's apartment, and that was really funny. The Donald character, his nervousness, I mean, you can actually see he's clearly looking like he's really afraid, and they were both terrific together in their roles. I thought the writing was good comedic writing, and I enjoyed it. Thank you.
Hi, these are my comments on The Screening. I really enjoyed this short. I love that it's both a comedy and a thriller, and that you're sort of going on the ride with Donald Stageman about what exactly is taking place at this audition. I love the meta quality of it. I think if you're involved in the industry, you were able to pick up on a lot of different jokes that like poke direct fun at, you know, the very act of watching the short, which I thought was really fun and really smart. I think the actors are really committed to the act of acting. And I think that even with the quality of it being sort of a play on itself, they were really committed to the bit. And I love the moment where you find out that it's about screeners. Like, it really sort of pulls everything together and makes a lot of sense for both the title and sort of the theme about rules are rules. I thought that the actors had great chemistry, really comedic performance. At the score was really great, like a tense underscoring of what's clearly like a comedic playing out of events. So that dissonance was actually really fun to watch. And I really enjoyed it. I think that it's very funny. I think that watching the different screeners, I think everything felt really specific, really fun, really meta, but also like really grounded performances. I really enjoyed it.
This is a niche piece. It starts off as an audition and it turns into an interrogation. We never actually get to the audition itself. We focus on the screener, I, Tanya, which is about cheating a system, and the irony is the screener is a cheat in the film industry of having not to buy movies. They break down actual facts within the union, such as getting paid for your audition time, and this turns into a comedic farce of investigations where DJ is caught with hundreds of screeners and the SAG forces have broken into his home, scaring him during this audition. This whole moment doesn't lead to anywhere other than, did this really just happen to me? It's a fun piece. The SAG investigator is kind of reminiscent to Christopher Maloney, which only adds to the humor here because it's a complete different vibe from Law & Order SVU. All of this chaos ensues essentially over nothing, so it's a very Seinfeld-esque type of moment that comes into play.